Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts about temptations, general opinions, temptations which make us do things that we generally wouldn't want to do, we enjoy doing, but maybe we don't want to do, or we don't want others to find out that we are doing it. And my solutions and strategies, how you can maybe overcome an accidental fall into temptation. All right. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments down in the comment section. And, I definitely read through them. For those of you who are new to my channel, name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, especially Dubai, UAE, because I lived there 40 years. And that's how my specialization is in the Middle East. I also help and consult people who migrate to Canada, Australia, parts of Europe, and parts of USA. Mostly, people book my services for one-to-one coaching, consulting. Details are put down below. Okay, so temptations. Who doesn't fall into temptation, or who doesn't feel temptations? Now, let's be explicit about it. I think for men, it's primarily sex. I'm pretty sure if there is a book that comes out with the different chapters on the different temptations we face, almost 99% would open the chapter on sex. The reason being is it's a very powerful, very potent emotion. It's something that we all tend to feel, especially men, even women for that matter. Sex, pleasure, physical pleasure that comes from the physical intimacy, and then you have emotions that get involved, and the chemicals that release in the brain. You can, I think, Google search and you'll get enough and more dopamine, serotonin, and adrenaline, and blah blah blah. All this. I'm not a scientist, just like you. I read and I come to know all this. So sex is one, which is definitely a major temptation, and in many cases, I think some people go through it. It is part of their lives and it remains forever. Some people go through it and they get into it deeper and deeper and they can't control it. Some people use it as a form of, just relax, chill pill, entertainment once a week kind of thing. Okay. And then there are others who go through the phase and get out of it. Okay. So I'm not speaking of the last category, because obviously, if it is a recurring problem, you would think about it. And it manifests itself either by going for paid sex or watching erotic programs, even watching porn. Porn is a major addiction for many people, especially now that online entertainment, as you call it, is easily available. And then you have virtual pleasuring, cyber sex, discussing about sex, talking to people and getting into the visual crazy world where all your fantasies can come true. It's like you're physically present somewhere else, but in terms of mind, you're totally elsewhere. And mostly men are addicted to this. Women, they might read books to get into that zone or that virtual world. Okay, so first I'll speak about sex, and then maybe I'll speak about the other smoking, drinking, vices, gambling, whatever. Okay. Now it's very easy to give advice and say, oh, control yourself and no fap and meditation and all. Let's be realistic here. Okay, almost everybody Every single person, especially men, they all go through it, they all feel it. The reason why people don't discuss it publicly is because it's pretty shocking. It's not something that you casually, like, you can't just go and talk to, hey guys, uh, what are you guys doing? Yeah, I've been masturbating. Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling horny. You don't talk or share these kind of thoughts because it's pretty intimate. And if someone were to say, yeah, I'm feeling very horny right now, I want to go and masturbate, or I want to go and have sex, paid sex, uh, people generally don't have that maturity to handle this kind of conversations. And it is not something that is very comfortable for people to hear or comfortable to share. That is why people keep it under closed doors. We have the corporate world, we have the formal world, we have the public persona where people trying to show family man, I'm a family, like they like to show with the suit attire, I'm a very decent human being. It can be a politician, it can be a CEO, it can be a corporate executive, it can be a normal person, it can be a family man. But the minute you are associated with anything got to do with admitting sex or talking about sex, you're looked upon as a rebel, you're looked upon as a bad guy, you're looked upon as yuck, you know. So, in as much as we prefer this clean cut image of a nice person, a saint, the reality of the matter is all these people feel the same. It's just that nobody shares. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example. Bill Clinton. Okay. Great leader, did great things for US. But that one incident with the, what's her name? Monica Lewinsky. And that cigar incident, finished. I mean, everyone jumped and criticized him and mocked him and made fun of him. And, I used to always think, yeah, you're making fun of him, you're mocking him. Why? You don't feel anything? You have never masturbated, you never had dirty thoughts or erotic thoughts? What? You're a saint? You never feel anything? So it's very easy to point fingers. Me, lucky for me that I'm not, I don't make a living being in the corporate world. I can openly talk about it. I've spoken about going to prostitutes. I've spoken about accidentally being with the girls who I thought were girls, but turned out to be ladyboys. I've spoken about having sex just for the sake of having sex, even having sex so that I could extract money out of a particularly rich female. I've spoken about this, and I'm not trying to justify, neither do I care what others think. Like I said, lucky for me. And I'm not trying to encourage you to do the same. Okay? I'm not saying, yeah, go ahead, have sex for money and have sex namesake. No. Each one decides their life based on their values. But this video is not about trying to educate you about sex and what should you do or shouldn't you do. Rather, the main purpose of this video is to make you understand that we all feel temptation. We all want pleasure. Smoking, drinking, sex, substances, and even habits. Like gambling can be a habit, gaming can be a habit, being with friends can sometimes be addictive for some people. My wife has, like, for example, she loves buying lottery tickets, the thrill. Um, Thankfully, she's not crazy like some other people. There are people who literally love gambling to the point where you can even check videos online where people have gambled 200 plus million dollars just because they can. Some people have pushed themselves to the point of bankruptcy. Now, like I said, it's very easy to say control yourself, have willpower. But let's be realistic, it's not possible. You can control yourself today, tomorrow, the after. At some point, you're going to lose control, right? Even if you say masturbation, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, you keep yourself busy. But at some point, maybe you'll see some erotic scene, or you'll see some girl or someone will make a pass at you, and all of a sudden that urge that was building up just explodes, right? So now, on one hand, you can say that, see, so it's possible to control yourself. And even if you fail, you again try. I think each one, the solutions are different. What I suggest, this is my suggestion to you, is it's better to know yourself, know your body, know your habits, and satisfy it in a controlled manner when you are in control, rather than that incident or the person or someone else controlling you. What do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, you can't control yourself when you're dealing with females. You start getting horny, you start getting turned on, you just want to do something, and then, especially when you are turned on, you're constantly chasing the female, or you're trying to be extra sweet, and you sex is just back of your head, everything that you do. So if you know that that is your personality, then figure out a way how you can satisfy this urge before being with a physical person. I used to do it when I was a playboy. I knew that if I didn't release that urge, that when I was with a girl, I would be constantly dying to take this girl and have, something. So this was my strategy. I'm not saying it should be yours. I used to masturbate maybe once or twice before and finish it off, get it over with, get that urge over with, wash myself clean, okay, clear head, then go and meet this female, whomsoever she is, and talk to her like a friend. No hidden agenda, no unsatisfying. It's like, for example, you're dieting and you're controlling yourself, fasting, and then you go meet this guy who serves the most delicious food. All is kept right in front of you, and it's all bad for you. It's too much sugar, too much this, too much carbs. Instead of that, if you were to eat to your heart's content a good amount of healthy food like protein, let's say you ate to the point where you can't eat anymore, and then you meet this person and he puts all this delicious food and sweets and carbs and sugary stuff and process, you'll be in a better position to control yourself. You'll not lose control. So make it easier for you rather than making it difficult. Now, you can do this in some areas, I'm pretty sure, but you can't do it in other areas. Like, for example, let's say smoking. I mean, what do you do? Smoke 10 times and then go, and then again you feel like smoking. Or drinking alcohol. You can't get totally pissed drunk and then meet. Or let's say weed and whatever the other stuff, inject yourself like crazy. And okay, there are some areas you can't. So, and I don't have any experience in smoking, drinking weed and drugs or whatever. So I'm not qualified either through experience or theory. So you'll have to meet someone who's an expert in that area. I can only speak to you about sex, pleasure. And the second one is, I think, gaming and what do you call it? Spending money. I have this tendency to spend money. Now, how I've been able to control the spending money bit, I keep a piggy bank. Okay, I keep a piggy bank, and I keep it's like a piggy bank. What I mean by, it's like a money saving this thing. You put coins in this, so I put money. Now, let's say, for example, the latest new tech that has come out. I'm a crazy guy for tech. It came out sometime. Lenovo, the dual screen. Okay. Now I'm crazy. I really want to try that out. Then I wanted to upgrade my gaming PC to the 4090 series. It's the highest graphics. It'll cost around $6,000. Then just today, Lenovo came out with a handheld gaming device. Now, obviously, I want to experience these. So I don't mind spending money. But the problem is, I know through my history, after I buy it, I'll play with it for some time and then I'll not use it. Because I'm not going to use it every day. I'm just going to buy it, feel happy about it, and stop. So before, my tendency used to be, if I like something, click and just buy. Today, however, the solution that I've come up with, which has worked for a period of time, every time I want to buy something, I put money into this. I put money into this. So the money keeps building. So I know for a fact the money is not going anywhere. This money I can buy. Now let's say, for example I'm giving $10,000 or in that just example, $10,000, and I can buy A, B, or C. I tell myself, see, listen, why are you so crazy? Money is there. You can buy anytime you want. Wait and let's see if you get a second hand. Maybe you'll get something cheaper. Maybe you'll get a discount. Maybe instead of just buying one machine for $5,000, they'll give you a discount. You can buy for 3,000 plus. You'll get some additional add-ons for free. So I tell myself all this, and then there is no hurry. Now even food. Let's say I love food. By the way, I love eating. I'm a foodie. Before, what used to happen is, if I liked a particular chocolate or something, and I know it's not in the house, or I know I can't get it. The minute I get it, I eat 2, 3 at a time. So this is a very funny thing, huh? When I purchased a box and I keep it in the house, actual box, obviously you can get it for cheaper. I have noticed this about me. I'll eat 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, but then because the box is there, I'm like, I can eat whenever I like. Yeah, why am I going desperate for it? And the strangest thing happens where when it was not there in the house, I used to go berserk and eat like crazy. Now that it's available in the house, I can just open. I just eat one or two, and then I lose interest. I don't know why. I can't explain. Maybe there's a psychological term for this. Whether it's juice, whether it's chocolates, whether it's whatever. Even my daughter, for that matter, she loves chocolates because she's a 5-year-old girl. She loves a Kinder Egg and she loves all the toys. I noticed that if before, when she would go, she would want, and then she would feel sad. It's like scarcity kind of a mindset. What I did one day was, that Kinder Egg, right? The surprise toy. It is 40 baht, 40 baht. I found out that they are giving a promotion in one of the Lotus, like convenience stores. They were giving it for 25, so nearly 50% off. So I don't know, it just struck me. Okay, I'll buy all the boxes you have. So they had around, I think, 10 boxes or something. They just started the promotion, only a few eggs were taken. They were surprised. I took all the 10. I bought all the 10. We took photographs, and this was some time ago, and my daughter was very happy. Wife was surprised. It's like a dream come true for a baby. Now, initially, my daughter was so, wow, eggs and this and that. So first 2, 3 days, she took 1 egg or 2 eggs per this thing. After a week, I noticed that the eggs were lying down there in the boxes. I had kept them in a particular area. She was not very keen to go and jump and take. She would ask for an egg, okay, sometimes, but once in 2, 3 days. Now it has come to the part where it's 2, 3 days. She would ask one per day. Then it became one every 2 days. Sometimes then it became to the part where she even would forget it. Now it has come to the part where it's like once in every 2, 3 days, or she only if she gets bored, she asks for the egg. I have purchased whatever she likes in the same manner, whereby I keep a go down. I keep a store of like 2, 3 boxes. Like she might like the milk or the juice or whatever. So there's no desperate attempt to want to eat 2, 3 at a time. And this is one habit which I want her to stop, which I've already told my wife. She has this habit of now distributing the egg to a friend. I said, excuse me, hello, I'm not a multimillionaire that you can start distributing for free. It's for you only. So yeah, even with my wife, the first time, durian, which is Thai fruit, which is expensive, prawns, crabs, pork. Initially, my wife, when I met her the first time, this was like once in 6 months, they would eat these delicacies or these overpriced items for Thai people. Now, after she got married to me, you can literally have one every day. I can afford to get it, although I tell her, don't spoil yourself, take in moderation. Now my wife is no longer desperate. She's no longer like, in fact, when I took her to one person's, went to meet a businessman, okay, at his restaurant, I took my wifey there. They were actually eating the Thai fruit. And, it's considered expensive, and they were giving few people. And my wife was the only Thai lady who said no. The rest, everyone ate. And I myself asked, like, you don't want? No, no, it's okay. I'm dieting, so I'll not eat. I can assure you this much. Before she met me, if she had an opportunity to eat something, she would not only eat one, she would hope that they would give her more. She literally said, no, it's okay. And even the hosts, they were pretty surprised, like, you don't want? They asked her, you don't like? No, I love. I'm dieting. So they were like, huh? So the point I'm trying to tell you is, I think the best example I can give you at the end is, it's like our Indians, if a beautiful blonde girl or girl wearing skimpy outfits were to go to a remote part of India, the guys would open their mouth and salivating, and they would act like they never seen a girl, because obviously they hardly get to see such women. And that's why that term, bobs and vagin, and they make fun of our Indians. Even for that matter, Arabs or Pakistanis or Afghanis, where they don't get to see women so openly, where they're all covered and they have to behave in society. All of a sudden, they see girls with skimpy outfits in the West. They don't know how to behave. But on the other hand, if you're constantly surrounded by hot women, beautiful women, for you, I can get it, man. I don't have to be desperate. So I think, in conclusion, what I would like to say for this whole talk is, if there is a temptation that you're facing, and you know for a fact that it is your Achilles heel, my suggestion to you is, figure out a way whereby it doesn't make you desperate. It doesn't make you lose control. I've been with quite a number of women, have had online, sex chats and this and that. I've gone through the phase where I literally was having sex with 6 women a day, different women. For me, it was a competition. More the number of females, I felt more it added to my sense of self-worth. Today, I can seriously easily get women, man. I'm not saying I'm handsome or charming or whatever. Money talks. I can get paid sex. I can go for a massage, and some of them are very attractive. In fact, because of my online presence or my persona, there are some girls who don't mind. But I've crossed that threshold. I'm not saying that I don't feel anything. I'm important. But it's not as crazy as before. Why? Because I went through that phase. Sadly, there are many people who never cross this phase. That is why in all these third world countries, you'll see they call them sexpats, who are even 60, 70-year-old. They lust for, sadly, young girls, even underage girls, even children. It's really bad. It's terrible. They never get out of it. Thankfully for me, I've gotten out of that phase. So it's not like I don't feel, yes, sex once a while, but it's not as crazy as before. Why? Because I was able to go through that phase and satisfy myself. So what I suggest to you is, find out a method by which you can be in control and you can control that temptation, whether it's gaming, whether it is buying things, whether it is sex, whether it is food. Figure out a way. Like, even for me, food. Why did I opt for the bariatric surgery? Because I knew that I'm never going to stop eating. I'm never going to stop gorging on food. I loved super sweet, super processed. And my stomach was just so expansive. And because of the steroids that I did, I could eat. And I knew that it was going to kill me. 125 kilos of just eating, man, with heavy muscle and all. So I took a drastic measure, bariatric surgery, which I don't recommend. But it worked for me. And today I eat 1/10 of what I used to. Yeah, there are drawbacks to my surgery, but it's much better than hogging. And if you follow me and you know what I eat, my the bill was always 4 to 6 people's entire capacity. That much I could eat. So anyway, so in conclusion, figure out a way to manage your temptations. Make sure that the temptation doesn't control you, you control it, and you choose when to lose control. And be smart to know that it's better to fail privately than to do it publicly. Put your thoughts and questions down below. You agree, disagree, whatever. And yeah, whatever floats your boat. If you feel praying and asking God, and I don't know if that works. I tried it doesn't work. If that works, just let me know. Put your thoughts and comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Remember, we all have good intentions. We all have good intentions. But the reality is, the mind or the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Let me know your thoughts. It's me signing off. You guys take care.